Welcome to another video by Happy Place Creations, and thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how to do a stencil. And I've chose this stencil for today. Having a little trouble zooming in today, apparently. There we go. I have chose to do this stencil. And this is the mold I've chose. It's a very large coaster. And as soon as there it is. As soon as I can locate my ruler, I will tell you what it is. It is 7 inches round. So I've chosen to do this so we can make a hot plate. And what you do is you place your stencil on, and you want to secure it. I don't know if you can see how the difference changed, but that means it's stuck very well. And you want to make sure your stencil is stuck to your silicone mold very well. You don't want to get any powder under it, or you can also use a silicone tool if you don't want to use your finger. Something like this, and just rub it so that we know it's stuck down. And then I have a rim all the way around. I'm going to make sure that is stuck down too. How is everyone on this fine Sunday? And what I've decided to do is to do this design in the black holographic powder glitter that I got from Temu. And then I'm going to do the back in this holographic glitter, which is called Diamond Dust. And the place that I got it from has gone out of business. So once this is gone, I won't have it anymore unless I can find someone else who has it. But that's my plan. I am just finishing up my touches here, making sure it's stuck down. Usually when I'm doing a stencil, I don't use a brush, as in a brush stroke. You want to do a tap. That way it doesn't go underneath your stencil. Pretty much like I'm patting it down right now. I am trying to locate my brush that I use for that. I seem to have misplaced it. Let me just hunt for the correct brushes and stuff that I'm going to need, and I will be right back. Okay, I have found my brush. Now I have my glitter. Thank God I opened it over this, because that's where I need it to be. So you just want to grab some glitter, and you want to stop pouncing. And I have a feeling I should have grabbed something different. And this is how you can check. And I think I am going to go with something different. Close it up over there. And I'm just going to wipe this right off. It stuck well. I could have used a piece of tape to clear that off instead of using a baby wipe. But I chose a baby wipe instead, and I can just use my little handy dandy little dryer to dry it off. But I can show you the tape, just regular painter's tape, as far as cleaning up the stencil. That way I'm not getting my stencil wet. Just getting off all that residue that I put on it. Just cleaning up that a little bit. And checking my bottom, make sure there's none on there. And my stencil is clean and ready to go. So now we will try it again. Center my once again. Very simple fix. Very simple fix. Just going to use the back of my paintbrush to secure it down without scratching my mold. You don't have to press very hard. Doesn't take very long. I may not do the rim because I'm getting it on this part and I don't want to. So I'm just going to do the star and the moon. So I am going to just step aside real quick and pick out a mica powder, and I will be right back. Back in a blink. I've decided to use something called Sparkle Gold mica powder. And I will be doing a tutorial on this brand. You just want to tap. We don't want to rub because we don't want to get it underneath our stencil. You can rub it off the stencil onto the mold, but we don't want to rub. I mean, we can lightly rub because this is a mica powder. Let me grab my other brush right here. And lightly rub so we don't waste the powder. But we just don't want to get any brush strokes. Like so. And that's how we apply it. Now, for the sake of video time, I am going to stop here and I will come back when it's finished. Okay, I am back and it's all done. Now we're going to remove the stencil. And there it is. So now you just want to clean up your edges or anything where it might have gone under. I have a spot here where it went under and a couple spots there. And what I usually use is these little micro brushes. It's not working today. What's going on? There we go. Just to clear up my edges, a little bit of alcohol, as the alcohol will evaporate. So I just want to clean up where I've gone off the stencil. I may have pushed powder underneath. So you just want to clean it up a little bit, wherever you may see powder where you don't want it. Sorry, I'm not with it much today. My dog is going ailing, and I picked her up yesterday to put her on the bed, and I have a little bit of a sore back today, back and hip. I'm having just a little bit of trouble concentrating today, so if you would excuse me today. Try to bear with me. Because as we all know, life happens. So I'm just cleaning up the mold, letting the alcohol, not keeping so much on the mold, but you just want it so it will evaporate. Just cleaning up my edges a little. I had a lot of powder on there. And as far as around my edge, where I got some powder, where I blew off the extra, I'm just wiping it off with a baby wipe. Because you really don't want to leave extra powder on top of your... I mean, it really wouldn't matter. It would float to the top anyway, but it might not where I'm using a glitter. Now I got a hair in there. I'll get that up in just a minute. You guys have watched me clean it up with a mica powder and a brush and so and so. So I'm just going to clean it up and I'll be right back. Well, I've cleared it up, cleaned it up, and there it is. And our next step to do now is to pour some resin, in which I'm going to be adding our sparkle. So now I'm just going to go and mix up some resin, and I'm going to be right back. I apologize for all the comings and goings today, but I will mix up some resin and I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back and I have our resin all mixed up. I am using the Unicorn Art resin. And now we're going to mix in our glitter. Again, you want to scrape your sides, get everything mixed right in good. And scrape your utensil, but not over your mold. See, I'm going to need a little bit more. Definitely a beautiful glitter. Try not to spill your resin, which I have done on occasion. Isn't that beautiful? Get it all mixed up good. Make sure everything's nice and wet. I'm going to spray down my mold with a little bit of alcohol to prevent bubbles. And I'm going to pour from high up and just let it fill the mold. And pray my image stays. I don't think my table is very level over here. And I forgot to put it on a tray so I could move it to my heat mat. So I will do that in a moment. Do you guys like my pants? I'm styling today. Okay, I am going to go around my edges to release any bubbles that may be forming. And I will be moving this over to my heat mat. Just a little bit of alcohol to pop any bubbles that might be forming on the top or sides. And I will finish dumping that when I have moved it to the heat mat. And I will be back when it's cured. So I will see you in a blink. It's ready to be demolded, all done. So let's see how it turned out. It's still a little bendy, but there it is. And that is how you do a stencil. Now, you can do a top coat, but this is sealed right into the resin. So it's not going to wear off or anything. But that is sealed right in. You can decorate your edges. You can really do anything you want. You can put feet on it if you'd like. This is just a demonstration. So I'm not going to do all that. But I do thank you for joining me today. I hope everyone is happy and healthy. May your crafts turn out amazing. Please check out my eBay store. It's in the description. And you have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next video.